listening to the Johnny Comfort Show, and I'm your host, Johnny Comfort. Today we have a guest, little Miss Jess, but before we do it, we get into a comfort state. So what I need you to do is take a deep breath in, let it out. Take a deep breath in, let it out. Now what you need to do is say, I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
I need you to say it like you mean it. I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
All right, now we're in the comfort state. Hello.
Hello.
Little Miss Jess. Jess, the painter. What else do we add to you?
Painter, I don't know. I just say general artist because I'm always creating stuff. I mean, you can include marketer if you want, but yeah, I would say just a general artist. I'm always kind of doing weird stuff. I don't just stick to paint, so I don't really know what to call myself.
Artist.
An artist.
That's
yeah.
it. That's what you do.
I create.
You create. You're a creator.
Yeah, I'm a
That's
creator.
That's all I was gonna say. You're a creator, a creative artist. I guess that's what you want to put it with that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could say that.
Yeah, but it's like the same though.
Well,
We're just gonna say
maybe.
creator. We're gonna say creator. We're
All
gonna
right,
just
all right.
creator.
Creator.
So, what are you creating currently?
Currently I am working on making a whole bunch of like little cement flowers.
Like you
like-
dip flowers inside the cement?
I actually like pour cement into like flower molds, and then I have been like attaching them to walls out and around Kansas City. Like
Just random?
yeah. I'm trying to do it on the DL so that like
Well, you just put it out there, okay?
I know,
You just put it out there.
I did, but I mean, they'd have to listen to know. So
They will.
they will. That's the thing.
Are you coloring these flowers, or are they just
Well,
gray cement?
some of them are just gray. I kind of want some of them to just like blend in with like the
The wall?
surrounding. Yeah.
Oh, like moss.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, but I put some up in Art Alley to do a test. So if you want to see them, that's the spot where they're at. But people have been painting over them, and it's awesome.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it kind of gives them like what
Texture?
yeah, so that's exactly what I wanted it to be. Like I wanted people just to pretend it was part of the wall.
Okay. I like that. One thing I noticed about your art is you add a lot of texture to your art.
Yeah.
And which is so cool. Like, we're gonna drop her handle right there. Or you can say whatever your handle is.
At Little Miss Jess _creations.
She has this one painting that I've been bothering her about. Like, I really want it, but it's above her headboard, so I don't want it now.
Yeah, well, it takes up the whole back of my bed. Like literally, my headboard pushes up against the painting. It's 6 foot by 6 foot.
And it's beautiful.
It would take up this whole wall.
See, it's really beautiful. So make sure y'all go to her IG page. Where else can people buy your art though, besides like find you on IG?
Really, that's it. Just reach out to me on IG. I have a website that I've been working on, but websites are kind of my day job. So
okay, you get to it when you get to it.
Yeah, the website's a work in progress, so not there yet. But yeah, you can just reach out to me on Instagram. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Do you just do commission work, or actually do you avoid commission work?
No, I gladly take commission work. I sometimes kind of commission my own pieces. I'm like, hey, I'm going to make some art for you. And my friends are like, all right. It's just, I never wanted to make art something that was like really stressful. I didn't want it to feel like a business per se. Like I never started doing it to make a living off it. I mean, I think that'd be awesome. I've kind of taken small steps, I guess, to make that adjustment in my life. But, yeah, I love commission work. I don't know. Most of the time I do it is commission. I've painted for some shows and stuff like that here and there, and I've set up and done all kinds of random things to sell my art. But I'll sometimes set up at like little things around Casey to just sell little stuff that I have and just get out there. But yeah.
Okay. So you're born and raised from Kansas City, or?
I was actually born in California.
Okay.
My dad was in the Army and he was stationed out there. So
Army brat?
yeah, so we lived out there for a little bit, and then I moved to Illinois. And then I moved to Kansas City. I've spent most of my time in Kansas City. I've been
Okay.
here since like the second grade. So
Okay, so you didn't get to go like from city to
No,
city,
no,
city.
no,
Okay,
no.
that's good then. So yeah, you're raised in Kansas City.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, now we move on to our love section.
Let's do it.
And you're married, correct?
I am married.
Okay, how long have you been married?
6 months, so not long. 6 months.
6 months.
So
Okay.
like COVID, the entire time of COVID.
Oh, quarantine love.
Quarantine. Yeah, how do we? There's a pun there somewhere. Quarantine love. Yeah, something. Yes.
Someone to figure it out.
We'll hashtag it.
Yeah. How long have you guys were you guys together before you actually got married?
So we were together. Okay, so we met in college. We were together for 5 years. We split for 3, and then we're together for about, I don't know, 3 months, I guess, and then just got married.
So it was more of like, okay, we're gonna split.
Or shoot, what am I talking about? 5 years? It's been like 8 years that we were together before that. What am I talking about?
Okay, so y'all was together for 8 years, and then y'all split.
Yeah, or
For
wait, maybe
3?
we were split for 3. It was 5. That's right. That's a
Total
total of
5.
8.
Okay, total of 8.
Yeah,
Okay, so
my bad.
together
Whew.
for 5, split for 3, and he just came was like, "Yo, I miss you. I can't think. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't just look at anybody else without thinking about you."
I don't know if it was quite that, but I actually went out to Seattle, so I wasn't. It was kind of a mutual thing. We decided to hang out, and there was no intention of being like, oh, we're gonna get back together. This was the first time we had seen each other since like parting ways 3 years ago.
So why'd you go to Seattle?
So at the time, my job that I had was based up there, and I would go up to Seattle every once in a while to go work in the office just to get that office atmosphere, and I really liked my coworkers there.
Right.
They were awesome. So, yeah, so I'd go up there, and maybe, I don't know, partly because I was secretly hoping that I would run into Brandon, but I don't know.
We're using real names.
Oh, yeah, I don't care. At this point, he's stuck with me, right?
Yeah,
It's
right.
like-
So you secretly, you said, "Hey, I'm in town, and let's
Yeah.
grab a drink."
So what happened, it just so happened that a band that we both really liked was playing at a venue that we both really liked in Seattle. It's at the Showbox right by the market. And anyway, the Dandy Warhols were playing, and we loved them. And we actually, before we split, had seen them at the same venue.
Wow.
And so anyway, it was just it just like felt like this. And I just like took a chance and was like, hey, like, no, I know I haven't seen you in a while, but the Dandy Warhols are going to be here while I'm here. And do you want to go? Like, and this was like, I don't know, it wasn't too long before I was actually flying out to Seattle. And yeah, and he said yes. He said he wanted to. And once I actually got to Seattle, like, I didn't talk to him like in between, like asking him to go to the show. And by the time I actually showed up, and then I got there and was like, hey, do you want to go? It was like the first night that I got in town that the show was. And so I was like, hey, do you want to go grab dinner and drinks or whatever beforehand? And because I was like, I'm going to need to eat. I'm starving. And,
Right. Of course.
I was very non-pressure about it. I was like, I can eat beforehand, or, we can have dinner together, whatever. And he said we could have dinner together, and we got sushi and stuff. The sake bottles that we had might have played a role into it, but yeah, it was. And then we went to the concert, and honestly, we split ways at the end of the concert. I got in my Uber and cried all the way back to West Seattle.
I thought it was gonna be big thing like.
No,
then we smashed that same night.
No,
I thought it was a good thing.
No,
okay.
it was like, but the next day is when really everything. That's kind of when I had messaged him that night or that morning. I don't know. I had asked him if he wanted to get coffee the next day. Again, very no pressure situation, because I was too afraid to be like, to really just like genuinely say, hey, I want to grab coffee with you. But yeah, and he agreed again. I was going to an art museum that day to check it out, and so I went and did that, and then we met up for coffee, and we we didn't split up for the rest of the time that I was there.
So he got the draws again.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
So that makes me wonder, if y'all split up the first time, what was the reason for the first time split?
The first time split, it was really crazy. My family was having some stuff going on, so I had some like personal issues with my family, and it was just hard to be away in Seattle. And so I told him that I was going to move back to Kansas City. I did not necessarily think that meant that we were going to break up, but he replied to that with, "I don't want to have children." And I was like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about?"
What?
I was like, what? I was like,
left field. Okay.
yeah, it was. And I was just like, our breakup was kind of out of left field. It was so crazy. Like, come to find out later, there was some cheating that had happened on his part.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I didn't know at the time, but he was struggling with it. Like, before we actually split, we were kind of going through a rough patch in our relationship and very dry spell, like no sex, no nothing. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And so
men just carry this weight on their shoulders that they can't tell you because they're battling with, like, yo, I was cheating.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been that guy where waiting for that moment where, oh, it's time for us to break up. Okay, well, we're broken up then. Now I get to avoid the fact of telling you that I did something. Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy. But he came back a year later and told me all of this and kind of like spilled the beans.
How'd you handle that?
At that point, I was like, "Why the fuck are you texting me? Like, do you feel better?" Because I was literally outside my apartment building at the time, minding my own business. This is like a year after we broke up. Like, I'm just living my single female life, just like, fuck yeah. Like, first time I've ever been alone, waiting for my weed guy to drop off weed. Sorry. But
sorry.
I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. But anyway, I was waiting for him to drop off a sack for me, and then Brandon just texted me this novel long fucking text message that's like, just wanted to let you know I gaslit you and all this other stuff, just basically bearing his entire soul to me. And I was just like, cool, like, where was this a year ago? Like, I don't know. I was just like, I was like, because I didn't know what to do with it at the time. Like, I was like, what do I do with this information now? Like,
right.
what?
You're in this state. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Oh, okay. So, like, I was like, am I supposed to feel better right now? But, yeah, it was weird. But, I don't know. That's how I handled it. I just was like, I saw my weed guy who's actually one of my really good friends, and
I should give him too much information.
No, nobody knows. Nah, it's okay here now, right? I don't know. But anyway, I have a lot of friends. It could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Brian. Brian is a name we make up.
Oh, okay. I was like, Brian. I'm like, do I know any Brians that would be like Jess? No. But yeah, it was weird. So he actually also told me, like, right after we rekindled, that there was another instance of cheating. So there was an instance of cheating, like, at the beginning of our relationship, and then an instance of cheating, like, at the very end of our relationship. And so very interesting situation. So the second time, I definitely could tell was from, like, he was like, I gotta tell you this, like, and anyway, yeah. And strangely enough, a conversation about marriage came out of that conversation. So very strange.
So with that, let me ask you, if he has a history of cheating twice, how are you able to heal from that on your side? How are you able to forgive?
Because people mess up. I also
cheated. No, just go ahead.
I know he cheated. I know, but also I'm not a firm believer that, like, I don't know, the human species is like a monogamous species. Like, I think we make the choice to be, but I also, like, if Brandon goes out, like, and cheats on me, I don't necessarily think it's an act of, like,
men do not cheat emotionally.
Yeah, I don't feel like
he's not cheating with somebody he loves.
Yeah, I don't feel like, I feel like it's a, it doesn't feel like he's necessarily trying to hurt me. I mean, I would rather him not do it, but like if he, like at this point, like he's already done it, and I'm just like, okay, like I'm a person too. Like I have feelings and my own desires, so like I get like what I just don't act on them. So I don't know. That's kind of my outlook on it. If he fucks up, I'm not gonna be happy per se, but also like, what the fuck is the problem here, dude? But also, it's just an honest conversation we need to have and be like, okay, is this something that you regularly need? I don't know. It's a discussion, I guess. That's kind of how I look at it.
That is a discussion. It's always going to be a discussion. No, I think that's the biggest thing with relationships, and that's what this show is created for other people to see different views in regards to how they handle someone cheating or some other vices people may have. And that's just an open discussion because, to me personally, men, and most time men do not cheat with anybody. They're having sex.
Yeah.
They're not making love to another woman. They're just having sex. They get hard, and they just want to act on it. Lack of self-control. The thing is, if I misquote this, Robin Williams said, he said, I thank God for blessing me with a penis. I wish he gave me enough blood to operate my brain and my penis at the same time. So basically, when the dick is hard, we dumb. So
you said it, not me. You said it, not me.
I totally agree. Because if we're aroused and stuff, you can tell us anything. We're like, it sounds about right. You know, that's how men are, and that's how we are. And it takes discipline and things, as long as people can grow from that, you know. Yeah, it's about growing.
I mean, I think, I also feel like there's not enough women that are in touch with their, I don't know, sexuality enough, or like don't allow it to like really like fully, I don't know, because like I just, like I think men and women are different sexually for sure, and the ways that they approach it maybe, I don't know, but I don't know, like I guess I'm kind of lenient. I don't want to say lenient. I don't give my husband such a hard time and I'm not really too worried about it per se, because I mean, not that I'm like, oh, I'm going to go act out, but I'm like, I understand to like have those impulses and to know what that feels like, to just have an attraction to somebody without it being like, you can just sometimes have an attraction to people and that's that. Like,
right,
I mean,
right.
And I don't think enough women like let those feelings actually like come to fruition. Like I think they feel like it's a bad thing if you think somebody else is attractive outside of the relationship, and I think that's ridiculous. Like I don't know,
You're supposed to go blind. Once you get in a relationship with someone, I cannot see anybody. No one else exists anymore. I'm just blind. Look down when you're walking. That's the thing that people expect others to have. Like as a man, I wouldn't be so upset if my girl looked at another guy and was like, oh, he's attractive, he's in shape. Like, cool, that's what's up. Like,
yeah.
And you're with me right now.
Exactly.
That's how it is. But so that makes me. So, do you believe in polygamy or?
I don't know. Like, polygamy is not necessarily like. I guess I wouldn't say I'm opposed to it. It's not necessarily like I think my lifestyle. I've never been there. I think I'm too jealous of a person. I know that sounds crazy with everything that I just said, but I don't know. I just understand that people are different and they have like I can control my impulses. So like I don't know.
It's
polygamy,
not make you just because polygamy is a relationship wise more so. So you're basically sharing emotions this time.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay, so there's no sister wives kind of thing.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Okay.
There could be somebody that like, I mean, if you want to spice things up, somebody can come in. That's just not my, like, I don't want to share emotions. Like, that's the part for me where I'm like, Like,
okay.
if my husband was cheating and, like, started, like.
A different family.
Yeah, if it was, like, months, years that's been happening and, like, there's, like, an actual, like, whole nother life set up and stuff like that, like, that'd be hard to come back from. But, like, one time here or there, I don't know. I'm not saying like, hey, go.
You do not have permission.
Brandon, no, don't do it. But no, I
Okay.
don't know. It's such
So
muddy waters.
outside of you and Brandon, have you ever cheated in any relationship that you've been in?
Yes, once. One in high school.
That don't count.
Why? It doesn't count?
Anything after 18
Okay.
counts.
No.
Anything before 18 doesn't count.
If you talk to one of my ex-boyfriends, he will tell you that I cheated on him, but I did not.
But he was like 16, 17 years old.
No. I'm talking about like after, if we're talking after 18.
Okay, so why does he feel like you cheated?
Because he cheated, and I saw the evidence.
Oh, so he tried to switch it back on you
Uh-huh.
and say, no, you cheated. So
Uh-huh.
what is the evidence he's trying to put on you, though, that said that you cheated?
He didn't have any evidence. He just said that I did. He said that I was dating a guy that I worked with, which I was, but we were not together.
Oh, you had a work husband.
What?
You had a work husband.
No. My ex-boyfriend and I at the time were not together when
Okay.
I was dating this man.
Okay. Do you have a work husband?
No.
Okay. Well, you know what I mean with work husband. When women go to
Yeah,
certain
maybe
jobs.
back in that time before my ex-boyfriend and I actually broke up in college, I don't want to use his name. Brian, definitely.
Brian.
I don't feel like Brian's a fitting name, but Brian, yeah, he was definitely my work husband, but he was just a flirt. He flirted with it. He was everybody's work husband, if I could be accurate.
Okay.
But
That happens.
yeah.
There's a Brian for everyone.
There's a Brian for everyone. There is.
Brian.
Brian.
I'm going to find different names. But Brian's right now. Brian.
Tyler.
I don't like the Tyler.
You know, Peter.
No. Not Peter. Wow. Okay. So I hope what advice do you give? Well, I hope our women listeners or anybody's listening, they being open-minded about how to handle a relationship when someone cheats.
It's tough.
It is very tough. It's something you probably have to just like remind yourself. Is it like, does it haunt over you? Like,
That's the hardest part, is that like sometimes it will just kind of like creep in every once in a while, but I don't know if that's just like my mind, my personality. There'll be like, I don't know, maybe wherever the moon and the stars are aligned on that day, but there are times it creeps in and it kind of gets in my mind, like if he won't, like if he's if he's not answering his phone, or if like, I don't know, there's weird times that it'll creep in.
so how does he respond to that?
It's really, I mean, if I give him anything to respond to, I mean, sometimes it's more just me internally really dealing with it. Sometimes he's just living his life and it sparks something in me. I don't know. And he might be just so very uncognizant of it that, it's not that he ever really does anything. It could just be like a certain situation. So he doesn't, like, I could bring it up to him if I wanted to, and he'd be like, okay, well, what can I do to, like,
Reassurance.
make you not feel that way? Yeah, he'd be more of, like, all right, I'm sorry you feel that way, but, like, what can I do to make you not? Like, I don't know. That's just kind of, we just talk a lot.
That's good. Communication. At the end of the day, it's always going to be communication. If y'all can talk through it and figure it out, understand how each other feeling, then y'all can get through it.
And listen. You got to listen, too.
Listen.
You can talk, but you also have to listen.
But you don't just wait to listen. You actually like to have to absorb it, like, okay, take notes while listening.
Yeah. Hey, notes would be, he should have took notes. He probably wish he had took notes back in the day. But we're married now, so I guess
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Timing, the stars had to line up for this now.
Yeah.
Okay, so, here's the thing, a question in regards to being married. Does he still live in Seattle?
Yes.
Okay. So you travel back and forth how often? Or do
Um,
y'all both travel to?
Yeah, we both travel back and forth. We haven't done it a whole bunch with COVID. I flew out there on the 4th, so that was the first time I had seen him in, like, I don't know, how long was that, since February?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 4 months. Is that right? Yeah.
We can just say that.
Yeah, it was 4 months, and then he's coming out here now. He'll be here on Thursday, and so
Okay.
so that span hasn't been that long, but that's about as much as we've seen each other since we've been married.
Wow.
Yeah.
That means when he gets in town, cut the phones off. Nobody bother y'all. Y'all gonna lock yourself in a room.
Yep.
Have food there. Okay.
We we've got everything. I've got an ounce. We're not leaving. We don't need to leave. We just hunker down.
Can't spend the whole time sleeping now.
We won't. We will not be asleep. We will not be asleep. What a waste.
Oh man. So that's gonna be a good question. Then how well since y'all been separating, then this whole COVID changes the availability. But how often is sex required in a married relationship?
It's hard. It depends on like how I don't know how important is sex to you. Like I mean, it's pretty important, but we can't like focus on it. Like we're in a situation where we like can't focus on it. We would definitely like to have sex way more often than we have.
Okay.
Every few months is not ideal. But everybody has their own. I guess if it's really banging during those few times every few months, then whatever. But no.
So if he lived here or you lived there,
Yeah.
how often would you want sex? Would you have to have? Well, not would you have? Would you want sex?
Every day.
Really? Every day?
Yeah, maybe like
Every other day?
maybe every other day. Maybe every day is a lot. I'm like, you're right. Ideally, I think that I should do it every day just for mental sake to keep everybody happy. I don't know. I've heard that you should do it even when you don't want to do it.
That's true.
I've heard
Because
that you
there's
should.
times because sometimes some parties don't want to do it, but somebody wants to do it at the time. So there's times you're gonna catch yourself not wanting to do it, but you have to do it because the other person want to do it.
Yeah. And some of those times can be the best time. I don't know. Sometimes you got to get out of your own head. Like sometimes you got to just like.
And a man can't cheat if he's drained.
I don't know about that. I mean, right? You think? You're like,
He can't physically cheat if he's drained, unless he takes some little extra pills afterwards.
Okay.
That's why women should just drain a man before he goes out with his guys or go to a club, because he's gonna in his head like, I can think clearer now. When you horny, can't think clear.
All right.
But if you drained, you see the world for what it is.
All right. I'm here for that.
That's just some knowledge right there.
All right. My husband appreciates that.
Some men won't appreciate me saying that, but hey, it is.
Why
what
not?
It is.
Why wouldn't they appreciate that?
Because the same case is like some men actually just want to. They love to throw the hunt.
Well, how are women supposed to? What is that?
What?
I don't know. How do women navigate that?
Stopping the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah, like I mean,
You become the big game.
Oh shit! All right.
Sometimes the hunter get bit.
Oh.
See?
Okay.
That's just how I think like that.
All right. I don't know if I don't know some. Yeah, I do. I know guys that are out there just for the hunt.
See?
I do.
For the hunt. Natural. It's nature.
Those guys ever settle down? You think?
Yes. Men settle down when they become happier with who they are.
I like this.
That's just reality what it is. Like, they're still trying to find themselves. They're going to try to find themselves into other kind of outlets, from find themselves in women. So many other underlying issues that can be. A lot of men have mommy issues too, and daddy issues.
Yes.
So there's things that I always recommend. Have a conversation with the man to know his background, per se, of was his dad in his life, was his mom in his life. Did he witness love growing up?
Yeah.
And most times men do not get to witness love, or the type of love they witness is the one they try to recreate.
Yeah.
So you got to understand that. That's just advice for women. Like, that's what they have to do.
I feel like there should be like, are there a lot of men out there having these kind of conversations about like, I don't know. I feel like there are women out there that have these conversations about men, but like women aren't going to change men. I mean, you know what I mean?
And that's where women mess up. They're trying to change a man.
Well, yeah, you can't change a person because nobody's going to change me though either.
Right. You have to come together and.
Yeah, you got to meld. You got to.
Yeah.
You got to
fuse.
Yeah, you got to shift things around.
Yeah.
a
Okay.
lot.
So, how long do you want your marriage to go?
Oh, forever? Yeah, I guess. Is that dumb?
I have an interesting view on marriage, though.
What is it? What? You've been sitting here this whole time. You're holding back your views on marriage. What is it?
Well, I have to let you talk now.
Yeah, go.
So my view on marriage is it should be a 7-year contract.
7 years?
7 years.
Okay, why 7?
So let's think about this. You're married. You sign a contract for 7 years, meaning you cannot get separated. You cannot divorce in those 7 years unless something traumatizing happened, like he just physically hurt you. You know, that voids the contract. Okay, prior to actually getting married, you guys need to, everything that costs for a divorce, for the lawyers and divorce papers and everything, should be paid before your marriage. Okay? Are you following me?
So before you're married, you pay for like your divorce and everything?
Yes.
All right.
So,
Yeah, I'm following.
but this is it going, what happens? Within those 7 years, it will be placed into a high yield savings account. So after those 7 years, if you guys to have the choice to go ahead and stay together or separate, y'all, if y'all stay together, y'all get that money. But what did I just say? I just forgot. If y'all stay together, y'all get the money, right? If you decided to go your separate ways, your divorce is already paid for.
All right.
So, and then it's a 7-year itch. Everybody mentality changes after 7 years.
Okay.
So if you can survive those 7 years in today's climate, you're going to stay another 7 years together.
Yeah.
And then you have your money already. You stay together for some money. So it's like, we can't separate. We're going to work through it through no matter what.
Okay. What if a couple stayed together for the 7 years to get the money, but they really didn't want to be together? What about after they got the money?
I mean, if you didn't want to be together and you still stay with somebody for 7 years and you didn't want to be together, that's still, over that time, you're working through that.
That's true.
You can say,
you're working
hey,
through something.
It can be year 3. You know what? I don't want to get divorced, but we can get that money. We're going to try to work to stay together. We still can't live in separate houses. Can't do anything separated. We're going to learn to make it through. We're going to fall in love with each other again.
I think that could happen.
See? I gotta get a petition going to make that happen. I think
I feel like that's a television show.
7 years. But then it'd be a long television show. We have to follow everybody for 7 years.
Yeah, but what was
But
that?
Netflix, if you're
what was
watching,
that?
we can make it happen.
What was that movie that they filmed over like 12 years? Was Boyhood or whatever it was?
Oh, yeah,
Oscar
the
winning.
documentary.
This could be an Oscar winning. This could be like an HBO type of like reality show. I was just talking to my husband about this.
See? Well, you guys should get divorced, and then we got to sign a contract.
Well, we could get.
I own all the rights to the
Well,
contract.
we're still very early in our marriage. We can just go ahead and we'll just say 7 years from now.
Yeah.
We can get some papers
So
notarized.
as you've been married, you would consider that
What?
the 7-year contract.
Yeah, I would do it because, I mean, yeah. I think we'd get the money.
Look, we take the money, we'll put it into an Apple or Tesla stock. 7 years later.
No, don't put it in Tesla.
Okay.
Elon Musk is a whole nother story.
Elon Musk does whatever he wants. He flies
He
to
does.
space
Yeah, he does.
on a Tuesday.
Oh boy. That's another podcast.
That's another podcast. Okay, so we didn't touch art. We didn't touch love. We didn't touch in a little bit of sex. I know you hinted. So if your husband was open to bringing another woman in for y'all to spice things up, are you okay with that?
Yeah. Do I get to help pick her?
You're supposed to help pick her.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I totally be down for that.
Yeah, because I don't think.
I love women.
Okay, so So are you bisexual, pansexual, trisexual? I don't know all that sexual, so I apologize to everybody who is those
I don't either.
other.
I don't.
Or do you not classify it as anything?
I don't really classify myself as anything. I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to, and I know that's like such a cliche thing that people say nowadays because they're like, oh, I don't want to put myself in a box. But no, for real, like if I was going to label myself anything, I'd be like, and put myself in a box, I'd be like, I'm a bisexual.
Okay.
But I'm married to a man. Like, I don't, like, it doesn't matter.
So have you been in a relationship with a woman before?
Kind of, but not really. Not like it. Not enough to be like. This is like we're gonna be together. Like we never got to the point where we're dating. Like it was just kind of like a
sexual thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I would necessarily say it was a relationship. I mean, some
so you're
people
more
would
into it sexually opposed to thinking to be more emotionally attached.
I mean, not really. I think the emotional side just I wasn't there for the other person like when we didn't work out. So
okay.
Yeah. I don't think it was me on the emotional side. I was there.
Would you ever want 2 husbands?
No. No, 2 dicks. Are you kidding me? Like to satisfy 2 dicks, it's enough to just satisfy one.
Okay.
Right? I don't know. That's
I don't know.
Also, I already have one that I decided to marry that already is kind of wandered. Like, then I got another one to worry about where it's at. Nah, I'm good. One is enough. That's kind of how I feel. In the
Himalayas, women are allowed to have more than one husband.
What?
Yes. Oh, look at the face now.
Well, I just started thinking about other aspects of it. I mean, no. Okay. No. One is enough. That's kind of how I feel about children. Like one's good.
Okay. So, are you looking to have children anytime soon?
No, not anytime soon. I don't think, unless it's the universe's plan for me to have one. But no, we're not like. It's kind of impossible right now considering the distance. But hopefully sometime. I kind of feel pressure because I'm getting older as a woman, and so I'm kind of getting into that. Like, I still have what I feel like is plenty of time, but also it doesn't feel like plenty of time because I don't want to have a kid tomorrow. I still want to live my life. So
Okay.
I don't know. Not that you can't live your life and have a child, but like obviously your life is prioritized differently.
Okay. So no entanglements, no situationships. Since you've been married, marriage is still fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the distance, is there any other struggle that for a newly married couple that you're facing?
Yeah, I think right now, just like in our situation specifically, like we are learning each other again as well. Like, I mean, we've been apart for 3 years and then got married within 3 months of kind of getting back together. So, like the foundation is there, like that's solid. Like the foundation is solid, but we also still have to learn, like, we have to learn how to be and operate with each other again. Like I'm very independent and like to do my own things and go do things that he might be like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I'm going to go sit on a podcast tonight. He's like, okay, cool. Like he loves podcasting, but he's like, I don't know, it's just a whole nother world. And he's like, who is this with? Like what? He's just like, it's a whole nother world for him. And sometimes he goes and does things that I'm like, who are these people? I don't know what, okay. Right. And so it's, I guess, just kind of coming back together and operating as a unit. It's easy, but it's also still kind of, I don't know. It's hard. It's foreign. Yeah. But exciting. It is. It's exciting. I am honestly, the one thing I'm most nervous about is living together again. I love living alone. I know that might be weird, but I do. I love having my own space. I love just having like my little area to just like create. And I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm like freaking out about just like having a space that I have to share. Like I'm already like, once you're here and we're splitting rent, I'm going to go get a studio space so that I have my own space. Or just get a bigger space and just have another. Yeah, definitely. However you want to set it up. But yeah, you definitely going to need your own studio space because you're a creator. Does he create? He's not super, he doesn't like the weird small little way. Okay, so he loves to get on Reddit and do like weird little Reddit things. Like he does like a lot of photoshopping. Oh, okay. Type weird photos that he doesn't like do anything with them except like post them to Reddit threads. Like random. It's his personal hobby. There was like a Reddit thread that was like birds with arms, and so there was this there's this good while that he was photoshopping like muscle arms onto birds. Oh, okay. They're actually quite funny. They're pretty good, but he doesn't do anything like. I think he's more creative than he thinks that he is, but I don't know. I try to get him involved in like the stuff that I do, but he'll look at me and be like, "You're a creative person. Like I'm not a creative person." And he's really funny. He'll be like, "I'm willing to work a corporate job so that you don't have to." He's like, "I don't think that you should." And so like that's kind of like the dynamic of our relationship. But he's kind of creative. He just doesn't tap into it as much, I don't think. He's a very like emotional person. So he's very deep.
Okay, that's creativity.
Right it is.
He can absorb and feel what you do. Okay, I like you guys. I never met him, but the way you're talking about him is your face lights up and everything.
He's my person, like for sure. Like it's super corny and cheesy, but like he's my person. Like there's not after we broke up, like while I was dating and stuff like that, I was like, I'm never gonna fucking marry somebody. There's no way, like, because I already made up my mind. I think on the type of person that I wanted to marry and who I wanted to marry, and that was him. He was the only person that, like, I was going to be like, okay, I will legally tie myself to you. Because that was a huge thing for me. It was, like, because, like, I love the idea of marriage. I don't understand why there's paperwork involved.
It's a business contract. Have you read the contract?
Yeah. Oh, I've read it.
It's a contract.
It is a contract. It's for sure a contract. That's why you have to get lawyers to get out of it. So... luckily on my side, I know a lot of lawyers. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not looking to get divorced at all. My parents got divorced, and that was like the last thing I wanted. And I don't know, while I was dating, I was just like, there's not anybody that I've met that I feel like is worth going through, like, binding myself like that to, except for Brandon. But that was because, I don't know, he was just my person. I liked who he was. I was okay with who he was. Yeah, that's a very good way to put it. He is my peace. Yeah.
See, this is how you're supposed to look when you're happy. We'll visit her a year later, and we'll see if the same energy is there.
Hey, but they're also, like, I saw this thing about that really helps me about, like, being in relationships, and it was this meme. It's super silly. Like, I was going through Instagram, and it was just, like, it's normal to, like, be unhappy. Like, it's normal to feel unhappy sometimes, like, in a relationship. Like, it's normal. That's normal. Those are healthy signs in a relationship. You're not a robot. You're not supposed to feel one emotion all the time. Like, it's okay to feel, like, maybe a little, like, confused or whatever it may be. I'm not doing this meme any justice, but it was it just made me feel a sense of peace in that, like, it's okay to not be okay.
Exactly. That's as I always say, the world hasn't ended.
Right.
So, it's always tomorrow. It's always going to be a few more hours later. Because what you're mad at right now, you can't change it at that exactly moment. Wait a few more hours and see how you feel about it. Yeah. Or wait a day to see how you feel about it. I think people are just too reactive. Breathing. Just go to your own corner and breathe.
Yes.
Or whatever release you need. Go breathe.
Breathing.
Communication and breathing. Them are two great foundations of any relationship.
For real. And weed. I'm just kidding.
And wine if you have it. And a warm bath. There's a lot of things that help you in the process.
I don't have a bathtub anymore in my new apartment. I'm really upset about it.
I'm too tall for a bath. But it's okay.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. My feet are against the wall.
Have you ever met a bathtub that you fit in?
Yeah,
not even the jacuzzi ones?
Jacuzzi ones, yes. But the baths,
I guess from the lake, they're not really big though, are they?
I still take a bath. My feet are just being against the wall. I don't crunch them up. I just have them like elevated. Elevated. Just have it like that.
All right.
Because I like to put the Epsom salt in there.
Ooh.
Throw some body wash in there. Just cut some
bath
relaxing
bombs?
music. No bath bombs.
Why not?
What are bath bombs for?
Why do you put Epsom salt in there?
Because Epsom salt actually have healing factors in it.
Well, they put good stuff.
Bath bombs are just fizzy. It's just
no,
fizzy. It's
no,
like I'm
not.
just gonna shake up a soda and just have it there.
No. The ones from Lush have like lavender and all kinds of stuff in them. You just gotta get the right ones.
Okay. When I grew up, do you know what Skin Soft is?
No.
Okay, so when I grew up, there's this oil. I don't know what kind of oil it is, but it is. I was raised by my grandma, and it's just it's a green bottle, and it was this oil. We'll pour it inside of our tub water. I'm talking about like you could just. It's so slippery. It's just like it's just pure oil. It's like its skin's so soft, but you get out there and the water just rolls off your body like that, and you be so moisturized.
Waterproof. Ooh,
yeah.
I need that. Maybe I should. It's like an oil bath. I'm here for that.
Yeah, it's like an oil bath.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Is it nice? Or are you just like
it? Growing up, it is. I mean, my skin is smooth. I think it just absorbs in my skin.
Smooth,
as a child, I don't even have to wear lotion to just get out. It's like skin so soft still there. I absorb it. I was bathed in it like that.
I might try that. I'm dry. I'm
See?
dry as fuck.
Yeah.
My legs get really bad. They just get so terribly dry.
Skin so soft and a big.
They still sell it?
Yeah, but you have to order it.
Oh.
You can't find it. Like they stopped making it somewhere. I don't know, but
better.
It was too dangerous.
They need to give you a what is it when you start promoting? They need to give you
Hey, the makers of Skin So Soft, if you're out there right now, go ahead and click the link below and send me a message. If it's link pops up, if it doesn't, hey, cool. But you've been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for
hopefully I finally get a painting of some sort soon.
You'll get a painting.
I'm really serious. Her painting is really dope. Like she got this texture. Like she put the flower. Like she was talking about the semen flower. She put it on the painting, then paint over it, then throw some other glitter and sparkles and love on top of it, and just be like, boom, amazing. But yeah, we definitely appreciate you having you on the Johnny Comfort Show, where we discuss love, lust, and art, and all those relationships and situationships and entanglements. But there was no entanglements on this. Somewhat. That was before the marriage. But until next time, thank you, little Miss Jess.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
See you.